Social media fries your brain. Absolutely destroys it, absolutely kills it, so why are we still doing it? Dr. Walsh, Eric Walsh, thank you so much for joining us. You've done many topics, conversations about social media on the brain. Let's get into it.
Yes, this is a major topic, and as a physician, as well as someone who preaches, we are seeing the ramifications of the last 15, 16 years of excessive social media use. And so now as a church, I think, and as a society, maybe even more importantly, we have to begin to start looking at what's happening and bringing things back. I was listening to something by one of the governors, I think she's the governor of Arkansas, Huckabee, and she was saying that, they're about to ban smartphones and cell phones in schools, and that there are other states that are looking at doing this, because after a while now the science is beginning to pile up that in fact this constant exposure is not good for the developing mind of young people who, as we know, their frontal lobe doesn't fully develop until they're about 25 years old. So you have this new thing. It's like an experiment in the human saga that has launched on the scene, and it has changed everything. And so I want to start, if we can just look at kind of some of what's happened. This is the teen depression statistics in the U.S. When you look at it, 20% of American teenagers experience depression. 50% increase in teenage depression between 2011 and 2015. So we've been watching this change. And here's U.S. teens with major depression. You can see that there's been a massive increase. What I want the audience to look at is, when does this thing begin to really change? Look here, and you can see that it's flat at about 2010. It starts to come up. That's major depression. These are U.S. teens admitted and hospitalized for non-fatal self-harm, right, between ages 10 and 14. And you can see for girls, massive increase by 2020. And this doesn't even include the mental health damage experienced and overlays this during the pandemic.
So this is just like attempts of self-deletion, or
some of it, exactly.
Oh,
that
man.
and this probably, this also would include really bad cases of like cutting and things like that, which I've seen in practice.
And so you're seeing a correlation between this and social media.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this same study, I don't know if you're going to show this or not, but they even looked at socioeconomic status. I mean, they were trying to understand, well, is it just like a certain demographic of people that are experiencing that? And they went through and looked at like location, race, this, that. I mean, dude, all of them. It was
Everything.
like all of them, same thing.
There's another one, though. Look at anxiety. This is a big
Wow.
one. In fact, in Luke 21, Jesus says, men's hearts failing them for fear. Anxiety is an end time hallmark. And you can see here that when you look at it, these are massive increases in anxiety prevalence. In fact, in some studies, it's the #1 reason overall for people to see a doctor in the United States.